Well, hi guys. So we're starting a trip today, another Lake City adventure, and we are off to St. Paul, Minnesota for the NCAA Frozen Four College Hockey Championships. So a little bit of background. This is a trip that four college buddies, including myself, have been doing since 1999. Actually, that kind of reminds me that this is the 25th year. So this is our 25th anniversary of making this trip. So the Frozen Four is the hockey equivalent of the Final Four in basketball. Same basic time frame every year. It's always, I think, the second weekend of April. It's always the same weekend as Masters weekend. So the very first trip in 1999 was down in Anaheim. We actually rented an RV. That's what kicked this whole thing off. We rented an RV. We were in college at Berkeley at the time. Drove our RV from Berkeley down to Anaheim and went to the tournament. We were seniors at Cal. We were hockey players, and so we hired one of our younger hockey players to be our designated driver for the entire trip. He loved it. He got to come along with. He got a free ticket, and he got paid. And we loved it because we didn't have to worry about driving anywhere. And so that kicked us off. We've been doing it pretty much every year. I missed a lot of years with med school and residency and just couldn't make the schedule work, but now we're kind of dialed back in again, and our group of four has been hitting it hard the last few years. Everyone's been able to go and show up. Last year was in Tampa. It was a good time. And this year's in St. Paul, which actually happens to be where my buddy lives. So we don't need to get an Airbnb this year. We're all just staying at his house for the NCAA Frozen Four. So I'm in the car. We're just getting ready to head out of town from Lake City. It's about 10:50 a.m. My flight's at 1:45, so I'm way early because you'll see the Gunnison Airport is minuscule and tiny, and there's no need to get there early. But we are on the way. So just to give you a general idea of the plan here, so it's about 11 a.m. I should get to Gunnison at about noon. Again, with the Gunnison Airport, getting there an hour early is too early. So my flight's at 1:48. I'll probably try to walk into the airport at no earlier than 12:45. So I'm gonna have a little bit of extra time. We're gonna grab some lunch. And then hopefully if we depart on time, we'll leave the Gunnison Airport at about 1:48. We fly to Denver, and I have about a 2 to 3 hour layover in Denver, and then fly from Denver to St. Paul. That flight leaves at 5:30, and then it's a 2-hour flight, so it gets there at 7:30, 8:30 Central Time. And so we'll see. You know, I've had a lot of challenges with flying out of Gunnison in the past. I had, 3 trips in a row where I got a text message at 9 o'clock the night before saying your flight's been canceled. Keep in mind, there's only one flight a day out of Gunnison, so if they cancel your flight, you're not flying out of Gunnison, and they won't really work to rebook you or anything like that. There's no options. They can't. So I've bought last minute tickets on other airlines. I drove to Denver last minute. I've driven to Montrose or Grand Junction. So far, so good. The flight's on time, which is a good sign. The weather's great, clear skies, no snow. It's not too windy. So we'll see. It's just, I think a lot of the times there's either weather issues here in Gunnison, or because it's such a short flight, it's less than 30 minutes from here to Denver. If Denver has anything going on that's causing delays, they just hold this plane on the ground until they know for sure they can get it in there. So it's kind of low priority, I think, compared to all the bigger planes that are coming in from longer flights. So it takes very little to get delayed. And I've learned over the years, there's a common flight to Orlando, because we go to Orlando a lot, that has about a 45-minute layover at Denver, and that is not feasible. There's no way. There's almost no way to make that flight work. And so I've learned to always try to build in at least an hour and a half layover time in Denver, because this flight inevitably is going to leave late. Just a little bit of an update. It is about 11:30 a.m. We're about 25 minutes away from Gunnison. We have seen 2, maybe 3 cars on this trip. Interestingly, I have not seen any animals. Lately, there have been a ton of deer and elk out, but maybe it's just kind of midday. Usually I'm traveling in the morning or the evening, but no animals yet. We'll see if we see any. But we are on the way. Things are going great, and the weather's awesome. All right, we're coming up on Blue Mesa. I just wanted to get a status update because Blue Mesa obviously has been frozen for the winter, but it's really melting fast. Oh man, the guardrail's in the way of our camera, but the water is now all the way out. So this was all ice. Oh, a week ago, this was all ice. And now it is all water. You can see the ice back there. Yeah, you can probably see where the ice line is. And Blue Mesa actually stayed pretty open this year, so it didn't freeze on the other end. So the other end's been water all year. So you can see that the water level's pretty low. It's a pretty big jump to jump off this bridge right now, but the water level, if it gets to where full would be, it's right at the top of where all those logs are on the bank there. The branches that are just about 6 feet down from the road, that's 100% full. Time for lunch. Little McDonald's pit stop. Don't really enjoy the McDonald's all that much, but in Gunnison we have 2 fast food options. We have McDonald's and we have Arby's. All right, so never mind. I went to McDonald's. They said the only drinks we have right now are water, milk, and apple juice. That's not going to work for me. So we are now at Arby's. We have made it to Gunnison Airport, as you can tell by the moose on the wall behind me. So made it through security, no problems. Vision Pro made it through, no problems. Had a 22-minute wait in the Arby's drive-thru line. That was a little brutal, but decent food, ready to rock. It's about a 30 to 40-minute flight from here to Denver. And hopefully we get out of here on time. So far so good, great weather. And we're boarding now, so we'll see you in Denver.
But seeing as how a high M count would make you a target, consider yourself lucky.
19 minutes until it starts.
It's been a nice little layover. No issues so far. Smooth travel. No weather problems, no delays. Totally knock on wood. There's no wood around here, but if I can get on the plane and get on the way to Minnesota in the next 30-40 minutes, would be good to go. Super excited to have a few days off and a few days with the boys. Today's year number 25. I think I said that already, but this trip is trip number 25 years of the Frozen Four journey. It's kind of fitting that the 25th anniversary is in St. Paul at AJ's house with the same 4 guys that started in 1989. So let's do this. Excited for a great weekend and a great trip. Smooth travel. We'll watch some hockey. We're going to watch some Masters golf. We're going to have a great time. And see you guys in a bit. We're doing the Masters pool. So tier 1, we have Roy McIlroy. Tier 2, we have Cameron Smith. Here's tier 3. You guys ready?
Right.
There are 7 golfers in tier 3. I will read the golfer and the odds. Victor Hovland, 35-1. Patrick Cantlay, 35-1. Justin Thomas, 35-1. This is the hardest tier.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Will Zalatoris, otherwise known as
Skeletor,
35-1. We have made it to the Frozen Four. We are inside the XL Center. They put all the school's jerseys up here. It's pretty sweet. This year's Frozen Four merch.
LG, Marriott, Nabisco, Nissan, Pizza Hut, Reese's, and Wendy's. They're supporting Lindsay's NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes.
Cross check. Oh! You can call that.
Look out. What's up?
to Boston University.
Yeah, look at it. Hall of Fame. He's dead.
All right, we are back home, back at my buddy AJ's house. We're in his basement right now. I'm hoping I can convince him to come give you guys a tour later on, because there is some crazy memorabilia down here in the basement that is awesome. But this is where I'm staying. We bailed on the rink. We had two great games tonight. Denver beat BU in overtime. It was a sweet game with the overtime goal. They won 2-1. And then the second game, we left about halfway through the third period because Michigan getting smoked by BC. Boston College was up 4-0. And it's a long day. Two back-to-back games with an hour in between makes for a 6 to 7 hour day in the rink. So we bailed on the end of that game, came back home. Now we're just gonna hang out and relax, have a great evening. And then tomorrow's our day off from hockey. So I think we're gonna have some lunch with the parents and Topgolf. And then we're gonna have our family dinner, which we have now for the last 3 or 4 years. We make an awesome steak dinner on Friday night. So that's the plan.
And then the second shot, 54 players at +4 or better. Shambo leads by 1. Max Homa with a 71 in round 2 at 6 under par.
Just to kind of catch you up, so we had the 2 games last night. Got home late, pretty late. We had a nice dinner. Our buddy Sean made some amazing pizzas on this solo stove right here with an outdoor kitchen setup. Made some pies that worked great. And went to bed late last night, kind of slept in today. We got up, we went out to a nice lunch at this restaurant called Lucky's with AJ's mom and brother. Had a really good lunch. And then came back, we did some shopping, went to the store, got our food for tonight. Tonight's the family dinner, so this is, I think, year number 4 probably of the tradition of making a steak dinner on Friday night during our trip. So tonight is steak dinner. It's about 6 o'clock right now. We're going back out to the store to get a couple last minute things. And we are gonna have some steak that we're gonna sous vide, I believe, and then sear on the fire or on the pellet grill. We've got some twice baked potatoes, mushrooms, shrimp, broccoli. We spent most of the day today back home just watching the Masters, which has been fun to watch. I checked out the Masters app in the Vision Pro, which blew my mind. You can watch, I literally watched every single shot of Tiger Woods throughout his entire round with Shot Tracer on every shot. And you can do that for any golfer in the Masters. The Masters tournament has stepped up their game so much. It's crazy. I'm out here in AJ's backyard right now, otherwise known as Patrick's Lounge. And we're gonna go run to the store. We're gonna come back, we're gonna make some steaks, and we're gonna enjoy the evening. And then tomorrow's the championship game, tomorrow night. So we've got DU versus BC. See how it goes. I just had to come check out AJ's chickens. He's got 3 chickens that are just chilling here in the coop. They make some weird noises. What's up, dude? Right? I hear you. This is the Cuba Cabana, or Meg's Broken Egg Ranch. It's the white one making all the noise. Oh, look, we got one brown one, one white one, and one black one. It's fire time. We got the solo stove going. These things are pretty sweet. It's supposed to be smokeless.
It may even be north there.
Got our fire going. The lights came on, so kind of annoying. But oh, maybe I should close the lid. But we've got garlic bread heating up. We've got twice baked potatoes. We've got roasted garlic, salt, pepper, and seasoning broccoli. Roasting up. Got about 20-30 minutes on that before we get the steaks out of the sous vide. They're set to 130, so they should be nice and at temp at 130, and then we'll sear them up here on the pellet grill. We're gonna crank it up to high heat and get them hot and seared. We're starving. It's about 9 o'clock right now. It was dinner time. Saturday morning, time for a little lunch break. First, we're gonna check out Mr. Zero's. Boys are at Mr. Zero's. Check out the record store. So we're gonna go say hi. Right, AJ?
Yeah. Music, video fun.
This place is pretty cool.
Morning, kids.
Feel downtown St. Paul.
The championship game. The wages of the game is capped at $5. With wages.
We direct your attention to center ice for our ceremonial puck drop. Tonight we recognize the 50th anniversary of the 1974 University of Minnesota National Championship team. In only his second season as head coach, Herb Brooks guided the Golden Gophers to their first ever NCAA men's ice hockey title. Here tonight, on behalf of Coach Brooks, please welcome his son, Dan Brooks.
Division I Men's Ice Hockey National Champions, the University of Denver Pioneers.
Back from the DU Domination Championship, DU with its most ever 10th title. Great game, great ending. We saw the trophy handout, it was awesome. And now we're in the backyard, fire's going again. About to have some beer brats that we're gonna boil and then grill, and some potatoes. And we're gonna have a great night, and we're gonna get up tomorrow and we are gonna do some Masters Sunday all day long. AJ's gonna make lasagna, we got food for breakfast. And this has been such a great trip and such a great time with all the boys. So let's have some brats, listen to some tunes, enjoy the fire. Good night. It's Masters Sunday. Before we get down and watching some golf, a little stop at a model shop in St. Paul. This absolutely must be the biggest model store in the world. It has to be. Oh, there's a raceway in here. So you can race model cars. Oh, like electric slot cars. It is electric slot cars. Whoa. That's cool. You can do better than that, AJ.
No, it's not good.
Money.
Go to Chick-fil-A.
Ted's Liquors and Bar. How can it be liquors and bar? Last night's dinner. Oh, that looks good. Oh my God, it's hot. It's bubbling. All right, so this is a tour of AJ's basement. He could give it much better than me, but I'm the one giving it right now. So this is kind of an overview, and then let me show you some of the things that are actually in here that are pretty darn incredible. It's a pretty sweet man cave. So first of all, these jerseys. Every single one of them is signed. This is Carmelo Anthony's signature. This is Brett Hull. That says AJ, all my best, Brett Hull. And this is Mike Modano. Again, signed Mike Modano jersey. This is an authentic seat back from the Metrodome, signed by a bunch of people. I'm not sure who. I see Bert Blyleven, I think. I don't really know, but it looks cool. This is definitely one of the highlights. Signed Wayne Gretzky picture on the wall. This here is a autographed photo of Patrick Roy setting the record in the NHL for most wins of all time with Gary Bettman. And not only is this a signed photo of Patrick Roy and Gary Bettman, but this is an actual piece of net from this photo and from that win. That's awesome. What a piece that is. Look at these handsome guys. Who are these people? So young, it's crazy. This is the four guys who've been doing this for 25 years. This is year number 25. All right, we are back in the car, on the road, heading back home. The vacation is over. I thought I would give a little bit of a recap about the trip and how great it was. It really was a good time. So we got there Wednesday, got there pretty late Wednesday evening. The other guys were already there. Our buddy Sean made some incredible custom pizzas on the open fire outside with toppings and shredded cheese and homemade sauce and I think homemade dough. Super great. Stayed up late Wednesday. Thursday morning we got up late and basically just watched the Masters all day because it's the best thing in the world. The Frozen 4 tournament overlaps the Masters tournament. We entered a pool that was put on by my brother. So 10 tiers of golfers stratified by their odds. Each tier had about 4 to 8 golfers. You can only pick one golfer in each tier and you made a team of 10 and then your top 5 golfers is who counts towards your score. So we took about 4 hours to make our team with lots of controversy and debate back and forth. Ridiculous that the commissioner of the league put Max Homa and Colin Morikawa in the same tier because they're both Cal grads and obviously we wanted to draft both of them, but we couldn't. Turns out that if we had been able to, we definitely would have won the tournament. But regardless, it was a great idea. It's a great pool. It made us really enjoy the Masters that much more. And we dominated the first 3 days. At one point, I think our team was up 8 or 9 strokes. But Sunday was a little rough on us, so we fell back and we ended up taking 3rd place. We still made a little bit of money on the pool, not much, but so that was Thursday. We watched golf in the morning, and then we went to the 2 games, which you saw in this vlog, and watched the 2 semifinal NCAA Frozen 4 games. Got back late and had, I think, pizza again, if I remember correctly. That night's a little hazy. And then Friday was our off day, so we spent some time hanging out with my buddy AJ in his town in St. Paul and Falcon Heights. We went out and some of the guys went to a record store. We had a great lunch. AJ and I spent an hour driving around to about 17 different car washes to find one that would take his code. Spoiler alert, none of them did. We went back home and just had a good Friday night dinner at home. I think you've seen that in this vlog as well. It's been tradition now that we make Friday night dinner, and we had just an amazing meal. I don't think I've ever been that full in my life, with a massive New York strip steak, shrimp, onion rings, twice baked potatoes, garlic bread, and roasted broccoli. It was, oh my God, it was good. Saturday, got up, Masters all morning, and then early game this year, it was at 5 o'clock, which I don't know, it felt like earlier than normal, but went to the game for the championship game and watched the DU Pioneers win their 10th ever Frozen 4 hockey title, most of all time, setting the record, passing Michigan to be the most successful college hockey franchise of all time, and cementing Colorado as the state of hockey. We all know that with the Avalanche titles and the DU titles, that Colorado is the powerhouse of hockey in the United States right now. Came back, and then that night, I can't remember what we had that night to eat. Something good. I don't remember. But we came back, and then the next day was Sunday, which was Masters Day. So we stayed in for the majority of the day and just watched Masters all the way through, all the way to the end. Watched the inhuman Scotty Scheffler walk away with it on Sunday, as we all kind of knew that he would. And then Sunday night, AJ made homemade lasagna from scratch, and we hung out. I can't tell you how fun it was. AJ, my buddy AJ, was a great host. He offered up his house for all of us to stay in it for the 5 or 6 days. I think Sean was there for like 7 weeks. He gave us all gift bags when we arrived. I think I showed him earlier, but custom made 25th anniversary Frozen 4 coasters. So this is the 25th year of doing the Frozen 4, and he got us all custom made Frozen 4 coasters and a gift bag with everything that I love, all my snacks and treats and candy that I always give when we're on the Frozen 4 together. So really thoughtful, and he really had his house set up really nice for us. We got to hang out with him and his 27, 28 dogs. I'm not sure exactly how many, but it's one of those two. And just a fantastic time. It was a needed break and time away, and didn't really think about work at all for the 5 or 6 days. Flew back today, smooth travel, which is kind of a miracle to fly in and out of Gunnison without any major issues, but everything went well. Horrible flight on the way back just because it's super windy, and so, I mean, people were nauseous, but we made it safely. We're in the car. We're going to be home here in a minute, and it's a conclusion of the 2024 Frozen 4. Next year, St. Louis, which we haven't been to in, I think it's like 17 years or 16 years. And we had a pretty decent time in St. Louis last time. We did some riverboat gambling, so I don't know. We'll see if that's going to happen again next year. And then the year after next year is the first ever Frozen 4 in Las Vegas. That's going to be trouble, but also fun, so can't wait. So thanks for coming along with me on my adventure from Lake City to St. Paul for the NCAA Frozen 4 at Masters Tournament weekend. Had a great time videoing what I could, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.